Hello there gamers, I'm Drekov, I play Salmon Run a lot, and previous rotation, as you've seen here, it played all the way to 9s. Actually my fastest run ever somehow, only 6 losses. Still many kinda because most of them were very avoidable. If only I knew how to hold a controller, right? But yeah, that may or may not be the channel already this whole run. Uncommentated of course, but for the first games there's of course my commentary, the episode as usual. Yeah, what else to say? Oh yeah, right. I was actually really happy to finally play full rotation with GoTuber, never quite got to it. Oh whoops. Thing is really quite flexible actually, does make it one of the best, if not even the best charger. Actually no, the best charger is the grid skirt charger, obviously. Yeah, the tabs are just so powerful. And then you also have a different mode when the tabs aren't good. It's actually quite the package. Yeah, the Mini, on the other hand, of what we have always thought as a really good weapon. Like, it has big DPS and everything, it's a Splatling and all. The mobility, man. The mobility is so underwhelming at times. The ink usage and stuff, it's certainly not better or anything. Man, it can be unforgiving to use at times. So yes, somehow it did feel like the weak link a lot of the time. Crazy, right? Yeah, that is how it went. Aside from that screenshot, I also got a scenario for you. I do not know if this is actually good for overfishing or not. Yeah, what it is, it's a normal tide. Good RNG here. Get Mudmouth, I do not remember what the snatchers were. What I'm really not sure about is tornado at the end there. May or may not be 200able, I have absolutely no idea. But if you wanna try with your friends, the code for that, done. Right, that brings us to the current rotation. This one, let's get into the weapons. Splash-o-matic is a lightweight shooter, middling range, a little bit shorter than splatter shot. Hinting pattern, nothing normal here. High fire rate, 28 damage. Same as NZEP and Junior, same DPS as well. The 30-ish. What is unique for this is it has perfect jump accuracy, as you see it here. The only actual use that you have heard really is jumping at skillets. Yeah, it's there and it helps. Fish sticks, I believe it cannot quite reach from the ground, so you have to climb. The ink efficiency, you would think it would be really good, it's actually not quite. They were throwing a bomb then. We just kill a Drizzler, not sure if that's right, or actually fail to kill it. Like 800, 900 damage deal after a bomb. But that was 900, but I did refill a bit in between. But anyway, roughly in that ballpark, like one big target that is not a big shot. And deal with this after a bomb. So use bombs wisely and refill well. I believe that might actually already be all to say about this, honestly. Mobile, pretty flexible. Not super strong, but yeah, flexible and a nice generalist. Generally makes every comp that it's in. However, doesn't exactly do heavy lifting, it's... You know... I'll let do everything nicely, do nothing in Flash Blaster is a lightweight blaster weapon, the only lightweight blaster. Not exactly have great paint, but it works still. The well paint. The dust paints wells faster than the others, probably. Anyway, with the ground paint, I can here. There, like it's pretty random when you're getting foot paint and when you're not getting foot paint. Sometimes you are, sometimes you're not. You can get like 2 shots off, then usually get foot paint. But one you might not get it. Let's talk about damage. Indirect is 50 damage, 1-shot small fries. Direct is 85 damage, does not 1-shot chums. So you 2-shot chums always, no matter whether it's directs or indirects. Cohogs. 5 directs exactly, and indirects do nothing to help there really. You always wanna direct them. 2 hits. 1, 2, 3 directs, 1 indirect. 4 directs, of course. And these guys are just 6 directs, and indirects again do not help. I will just not bother with the big H bosses that are not even here. Anyway, well, this is like officially the highest damage per second blaster, I believe. It's still pretty low DPS actually, like even if you're hitting all the directs. So you do need some patience with this against cogs. Very good for clearing out lessers though. Not quite the expert there. Be nice if teammates can help, and if not, then like just don't walk forward into them. It's not gonna end well. Walk forward into them and keep safe space around you. Anyway, back to bosses. Fish stick is important to mention with this because fish stick is really good with this. Basically just hold up and you can get them very fast. It's amazing. Very good fish stick weapon. Stingers, I mean, it's not exactly too good. Like it's, I mean, don't get me wrong, it is very good at killing them. You need multiple shots and do get to them fast. However, if there are cogs spawning around them, then of course that will slow you down. Not. But yes, still do go after Stinger with this. Unless you always see someone else beat you to it, of course. They look like flyfish and stuff. Pretty much another one of these various support weapons that we have in the game. Okay, so much about bosses and mechanics. Talk about night waves, because night waves is also a place where this thing can shine quite a bit. Significantly rush, can just stand like a little bit ahead or above, whatever, and just hit the rush pretty early, and you're gonna get pretty much all the chumps. You can also do is that instead of holding the R, you can, if you're seeing it, but I'm just tapping here. Uses your ink a lot slower. You see, this is how fast this uses the ink. Doing this again. However, some chumps might get through when you're doing that, so teammates beware. Yeah, do a lot of filtering with Rush, it's amazing. Good for overfishing wet records as well. Good for stabilizing freelance. And then of course there's gorillas as well. Well, this is obviously really bad at solo stunning. It's really good at contributing chip damage to stunning by just shooting past the gorilla like that. Let's say the stealth is the gorilla approaching, and do like this. You're gonna do some damage to it, makes it easier to stun for the others, and then of course you can literally just wave this thing around the screen and you're gonna hit all the small frays ever. Very useful on a map like Sokai or Bay for sure, where the small frays just get everywhere. And simpler maps as well, and you can just get them all easily. Always watch smart this. And then Mothership, if you can like get high enough to the Mothership as it's sitting on the basket. Something like this. You can hit right between the tube and the body of the Mothership. Like, you hit this perfectly with the right timing. I'm gonna hit spawning Chinooks and the X gonna drop the basket. And then Mad again. Focus less unless they're better weapons to do it. That is pretty much all about Nightwish with this. All about the cluster. Ballpoint Splatling, medium weight Splatling class weapon, cannot spell DPS without BPS. This has really high damage per second. But first let's get into the paint. The short range mode does paint really well. Long range mode and not pairing. This also has a long range mode, which it will go into like a few frames of fairing and short range mode. They are very different. Short range mode, this is like the range of this. Then the long range mode. Or is this? I'll show the wall paint too, but nothing there. And short range mode is your friend for better paint. Yeah, damage per shot is always 35, nothing unusual there. Damage. Well, the fire rate is different from here. That means short range mode, it's really high and you do the whole 700 damage per second. Which is pretty much one of the highest values in the game that you can get there. The long range mode, if you can get into that, it's 420 second. You ideally do wanna avoid that, or rather use it exactly when you need it. If you wanna learn Ballpoint, then you should learn Ballpoint because it's one of the best weapons ever, but also pretty technical. What you wanna practice first is staying in short range mode like I'm doing here. There's a little audio cue when it changes into long range mode, and that is the latest when you wanna recharge. You can recharge before that too, it's completely fine, doesn't matter. So yeah, it's completely fine if you overcharge and under fire, but not the other way around ideally. And if you go into that other mode, then you have to recharge enough to actually go back into the short range mode. Let's also talk about the damage per tank here actually. If you were to do the whole tank with only the short range mode, that is a whole 7000 damage per tank. That is also one of the highest values in the game. Only Hydra beats that for obvious reasons, although that is not quite practical, but you know. Splatbarella would be the other, if that's all of them. I mean, Nautilus possibly could, I do not know what the value actually is right now. Anyway, Nautilus definitely does not have the DPS of this, so whatever, right? This definitely deals the most damage to anything the most quickly. Okay, they will just melt lessers with a short range mode as well as your usual HP bosses that you can get close to. Like scrappers, eels, stuff. You can also snipe eels from far away if you get good angles. And then the bosses where you actually use the long range mode a bit more probably. That's first and foremost, the common pattern here is you shoot lessers in front of them and then you just let the charge run out at the steelhead itself with attacks. If you've done your job right, you will have enough range to just deal 300 range. So. Then of course stingers that you don't wanna get too physically, you can hit with that nicely as well. It's always 2 shots per pod, so works out nicely, should be easy to get. You can also snipe lids from far away with the long range mode if you have to. Oh yeah, and fish sticks, of course, fish sticks, very important. And I've said this on many other weapons before, but just do this regular thing if you wanna kill them even faster, but if you don't, another thing you can do, which I somehow messed up shown here. When you recharge here and do it for long enough, then you can stay in this mode as well. That period of time. And that also brings us straight to Night Waves. This, what I've just shown now, is pretty much exactly the thing that you wanna do on Mothership Waves a lot. You can stand behind basket or in spiral with this and just hit a lot of it. And also when the Mothership is latching onto the basket, then you can see some X with it as well, and then at the same time there's any need for it. If you wanna get big scores, then probably still better to just repel it fast, but French might be there. Okay. If you're just doing freelance alone X or something, or just cannot quite get physically close, then just do the cheesing. But yeah, make sure that you are safe from lessers, because during that phase there will be more lessers on the map than phases. You're probably not gonna be the one who just deal with them. Well, that's good for this, and there might be comps where there is actually another weapon that can snipe well, and in that case, then yes, you are actually a really good candidate to make sure that lessers are never bothering anyone. Need to look at the comp there. That was quite a lot for Mothership actually. Let's talk about other waves. Speaking with other high DPS weapon. What you wanna do is like try to walk in front of the Goldie. And whenever it's gonna get past you, then like turn around, maybe have a good position where you can like hit it for some more. And it can also be situationally nice at opening random gashas, like say the Goldie has just been killed. You can do then is clean up some lessers, let your charge run out and hit a gasha with that. Be cool. Right, next up let's talk about Rush. Rush this is also really flexible. You can either filter with long range, filtering that is hitting jumps early, burn more Goldies faster. Something that you can do with this. Might be a little bit spotty at times, but could still be better than average long range shooter with a fire rate and hitting jumps. Well. And the other thing that you can do is just stay back and the high DPS mode on approaching Goldies to protect whoever is targeted if it's not yourself exactly. Pay attention to comp, pay attention to mates. Just based on that, you can do much. But then of course when you're out of ink, an extra use special, something like that. Usual here. Finally, gorillas. Small fries are not great for you, try to avoid them. Focus damage on gorillas. Deal a lot to them, obviously. Yeah, the teammates, please do small fries. Ballpoint alone is not usually enough for it. Might have run into ink issues as well at some point. Going to do too much of that. And speaking of ink management, and with the other Splatlings, then out extended refilling cycles. There's a recovery delay here. Extended firing cycles, the refilling cycles. Oh yeah, right, another thing that I should say about the modes here. If you get into long range mode without meaning to, an easy way to get out of it is like this. Just swim. If this happens right in front of a Cohog. Just tap the out pretty much and you're gonna be out of it. That is really cool. However, the other way around, it's not quite that easy to get into the long range mode. Like, you just have to charge enough and let that short mode run out. It doesn't go for long anyway, like just a split second anyway. Doing some nonsense here. This is of course nothing you wanna do in game, but just showing off the mechanics. Yeah, that should be all about the Ballpoint Splatling. Amazing weapon. It can be a little bit immobile though. Bracing speed, yes, you can even dance around lasers with that. Does need some time for the stuff, but yeah, that'll be it. That's Squelcher as a medium-weight long-range shooter. The range. Longest by far out of all the shooters. Painting pattern. Really spotty, of course, for obvious reasons. Also, does not have to paint a lot of the time. Another thing to pay attention, if you just gonna paint your feet, you do need to do this more. Be careful with the camera, you might have to reset it after that if you go like or down. The same as when you go to the app. Damage is 40 per shot, they changed that in comparison to the old game. One shot smell phrase now, and ups the DPS to 300 flat. Which is of course still low DPS, mind you. It's more than it used to be. It's something. And still 1 cycle still hits, and it is rather tight still. I've heard their attack is a little bit faster in this game. If that's true, but you can maybe afford to miss like 1 shot or something. That game it was no shots. Yeah, I've not researched that any deeper. And for the other HP bosses, I mean, yeah, you do damage to them, but just about it. But if you have to, you can. You're a shooter, you can do everything. Almost everything. When it comes to things that you're actually good at, it's of course surgically removing stingers from far away. Like you can kill spawning ground duck stingers without actually entering the docks. That. Then of course if you have high ground from somewhere, shoot past lasers as well. Then of course fish sticks. Shoot up from the ground. You'll get them easily. Very good weapon for fish sticks. Obvious reasons. Right. Yeah, right, and then lids, of course, you can also snipe lids with this. Although, does take quite a few shots, since 500 HP are allowed to go through. You can get a nice angle and not get attacked there by anyone approaching you, then something to do at times. You do need to have good awareness about what is happening to you. Like take some spot where it's really hard for anything to reach you. While people are drawing aggro away from stuff. Just gonna look bad if you're gonna get interrupted, of course. Right, let's talk about night waves. First up, Mothership. This is a very good one. Mothership. You need 2 shots to kill every Chinook, unfortunately. Yeah, you can hit them from almost anywhere. You can hit them right above the Mothership as well when it's over the basket, if you have to. Yeah, stay behind basket or on spiral. That passes basket are the usual for long range weapons. One of the best ones for that job. Because it doesn't have to worry about its ink too much, unlike chargers, for example. That links. Other night waves. Small phrase. Gorillas took a small phrase, help with stuns. That's a better small fray weapon than just the gorilla. Or catch stragglers if it's like by Asake where they just get everywhere. Simple stuff there. Speaking, open fire gushers with this. Get to them pretty much immediately when the Goldie gets killed. And also open the ones that you're passing along the way, stuff like that. You don't really have another job. Taking it then breaks. Hit the Goldie a bit. I mean, should hit the Goldie a bit actually when it's out. Your contribution is small in comparison. With most comps anyway. Then finally, let's talk about Rush a bit. The fire rate of this is not too high and you are only getting Rush Chum as well. So also obviously slow killing Goldies. This is actually kinda bad weapon for Rush, honestly. Still play it like You shoot up pretty much. Just stay back and stay safe. Hope that your teammates are things. Yeah, not great, just below average. Shoot up privilege, but for the job. Alright, that should be without the jet squelcher. Alright, so about this whole rotation, of course there's a lot of holding the air here. Pretty good mobility as well overall. Double lightweight, double shooter, and a blaster. Most mobility definitely here is on the ballpoint, but that's still fine, it gets through. Of course, as we all know. But yeah, this is a really nice rotation, obviously. If you wanna learn ballpoint because you're like not good with it or anything, many people are not good with ballpoint, which is really a shame because ballpoint is really good, but say this every time. If there ever was a really good set to actually learn it, definitely this one. The other three aren't really too big of any variables or anything, they're just shooters or shooter similars. And focus entirely on here. There will usually not be problems because people do the rolls wrong or whatever. There's a lot of really nice overlap here as well. This has 3 good weapons for fish sticks, that's 3 on the right. It has 4 good weapons for stingers. It has 3 good weapons for steelheads as well. And what have you, right? And with Clash Blast that also has a really good tool for the scary rush waves as well. Realize of course is grand, but yeah, you have the tools for that as well, obviously. Since I'm not playing at start here already and actually watched and heard some stuff. Yeah, this is a rotation that is being for sure, and Mina also just the freelance lossless run as it turns out. Where I started. Yeah, it's good. Some games. Always, if you find these videos entertaining or helpful, like, comment, and subscribe. And there is our game. I should get to start with the ballpoint here. Let's get rid of these letters. Hopefully get the few coming. Side. Right side again. Oh, no, I saw that wrong. We just hit the enemy cap or something. No, it really is right side again though. They got that sting. Oh, come on. I got the other one. Perfect. Maybe make this. Ah, dang it, almost. That was ballpoint mobility issue right there. That snipe. That is the occasional use of long range mode. 2 heads. 6. Yes. Let's. Can also get under let's nicely with this. ring. Like, have it not just be a day wave or charge or something. Guess I'll take the dab. Appreciate to not be body blocked, of course. And it's not like I actually have DPS, I'm the Jet Squelcher. Everyone's so far up there. Sure if that makes sense, but just roll with that, right? Oh, what? Ah, okay. That is what happened there. Ah! I did not mean to die there. I just did anyway. It's Splash-o. Moving fast around the map here, nothing should stop. I have a mobility special as well, if you will. And I use it right here. No questions asked. We go. Okay, please. Oh, painful. I got that. It's on ramps. Where is Buddy? That is looking at the stick. Quick break, don't need to reach slide then. Oh, whoops, I did not mean to drop down here, that was a movement mistake. That is on me. We close to winning, but I'm taking a lot of random damage here from everywhere. Okay. Was a waste, but sure. A carry, I guess. Right, good start into the Sunday. You in the lobby. Right, we are back with these players. See how it goes. Two again, normal tight again. Reach Slater again. dented paint there because somehow I didn't do that before the wave. Like I'm just not thinking much about what I'm doing before waves, I guess. Normally I would paint that, but sure why I didn't. I literally do not remember what I did. You're looking at some other screen or something. Who the hell knows? Sorry for that anyway. This, maybe even kill that. Weakness, fine, probably. With that Drizzler. Back, I'm gonna do this early, but the chum doesn't let me. I've prepared that better, but it's fine. These missiles here, I avoided them. Came down really late. Different fish. Oh, what? Oh, that jumped. Going to small phrase here. This is also some weapon that I have. That. No. More here. Good. Can I? Oh hey, I'm a knife this way. Barely. That's a good angle, alright. Don't. Using that triangle of areas here. Get things for a bit. Kill it. Next. I'll just kill this so it doesn't bother us later. From up here should be better. Oh, there's a fish stick. Okay, cool. Everything. Back over. Somewhere. There it is. Nice. Left. Oh, dang it. I saw someone right from me, so picked it. Ah, dang it. Could have taken more time there. Actually, using that. Here we go. That is a boss wipe, I think. That's a boss wipe indeed. Got them all. And another low tide with another ballpoint. So fun to show this one on high tide. Maybe we can do it, maybe we can't. We'll see. Ugh! Kinda wanted to kill that myself, but it's fine. It didn't kill me. Ah, oh, nice. I was hoping that just kill the drizzle of the tarp. Like I usually do. So maybe I could have used Reefs later than second thought. I will use it here. And here. Like we survived there, I guess. Can I reach that? I don't think I can. Definitely not now, okay. just had to happen. I'd actually put a nice splash on Ballpoint, probably. Thing struggles with mobility and that thing helps it get in. Very different than Hydra though, because Hydra does not want to get in. That's the problem with Hydra, is it might not get out alive anymore. They're using it. It's annoying to have that. Have like a Hydra and Reef Slider on Bay. Rotational at Hydra and Bay. Didn't make an episode for that or anything. The Ballpoint there though, it's much more huggable than the Mini for sure, better in every way. Yeah, anyway, that is this game. I'll see you in one. Right, game 3. Team is... Ah, that is not quite cis, but close enough. That wouldn't be possible anyway. Not even getting the Jet Squelcher for this, how boring. We'll time to try if we can actually cheese the Mothership. Right with this. Pretty sure we can on normal tide. I'm not 100%. We might not even find out because like there are 2 other weapons that can cheese here too and drop the X instead of me. Yeah, I'm not hitting the rhythm there. We need to jump. Well, guess we have our answer then. Anyway, what is nice is that we can knock out Chinooks with indirects. The rare things that Rush Blaster indirects can do. I think of course what we took the Rush Chumps. Not. But like trying a bit more there. Yeah, not worth. So that's us. And I will not forget about the swell. Great. Oh, okay. Just gonna say I'm gonna kill this mob by accident. I was standing back there a bit because I wanted to get to the next spawn early. Now... Works. Took me a bit longer than I wanted. Stick, 2 sticks. Get the second wave. Think that, I guess. Like I can kite them, just barely. That was risky. I did it for science. Wanted to know if I can get through there. But like that's actually a problem now. Someone drop the lids, that would be nice. Go. Oh, that they kill each other. The time was less than the second spawn group. Like not getting the lid fast. Oh hey. Randomly opened that and there we go, it's already in there. Yeah, as you are seeing on my screen, I definitely have a hacking tool and that is showing me where... Oh gosh, that's in right, it's here now. Okay, it lied to me. Maybe it's here? Okay, I give up. It's one of the far grades anyway. Oh, you. I'm here, might as well start with that. Ah, throw it here again. No, it is. The same horrible path. We should be good on quota. Here we are. Back ever, but it's fine. It is always fair grades. It's not the Cohozuna, isn't at that run. Necropolis. The mini gamer, not mini, the Ballpoint gamer did it wrong. Yeah, that will be that and the next game. No, I forgot to hit the record button in time. Yeah, we are playing with a big man fan here apparently and the gamers. Distraction. Hey, we got that. Always Ballpoint rotate. And some lessers. You? Let's see here. Might be following me. Right? Run right. I jumped to basket. Looking at me. Super dead. Can make this one. Oh, gonna look at the lens. Alright, I could have damage then. There. Of course, works out nicely. Ah! Could have aimed better there. I'm bad. My bad. I'm sorry. Okay, I just got myself trapped in a really stupid way there. Throw the game. This laser hit me for so much damage, I'm dead already. For real. I know spawning grounds is good for high death, but it shouldn't be well tight normally. Just a little embarrassing, I guess. Just a little. Then again, also par for the course for me. One wants it then. Right. I didn't get it. Just gonna get this easily. Thank you, best base that's following me, sure. Rain will not be hitting me every time. Hey, actually got a floppy once. Jump slowed me down for no reason. It happens. I think they stole that floppy from me. And we got bigger fish to fry here. The big man fan wouldn't be here as big man. So there, big man. A little bit disappointing. Take this. Wait, big man fan, not big shot fan. I always mix them up, everything is so big here. Big swig 2 and big run. Oh man. I'm clearly there. Got it. Oh, what? I had paint under my feet and ah. Not get more embarrassing. I'll just get one I can leave here. Get to the next fight. Juggle with the death. Looking at me. That is, except I cannot do this because I'm getting hacked here. It might kill me. Could be getting that stinger. Go. Come on me. I'm not sure where it is. What? Where the heck is the map? Ah. The might just get other remnant missiles, eh? Hey, there's a king here. Not have Crash Blast, I believe. And I want to have the least an extra wave. I was right. We'll try to get it anyway. Primary job to make sure lessers don't exist. And throw exit places. Placed missiles in my path. Thank you for that. Ah, yeah. So it's on me now. What happened? Oh, this hitbox again. Not even the first time this happened. Thank you. Oh, this is causing problems. More coming to me. Everyone is here, no, get away from me! Oh. Dang it, just stay away from me and we win. I need to stay away from them, I guess. No idea that literally everyone would wanna drop this lid. Alright, see you in the next lobby. Right, that is something that happened. Let's see what next. Hopefully I don't get banned for dying 6 times in a game of Salmon Run freelance. Really throwing. My worst game, the previous rotation, I did not die 6 times. Come back. Rounds. That extra wave. Right, thanks for the build there. Behind me. Oh yeah, doesn't matter. Oh! Wow! Perfect ambush there. I did not see that, I'm so sorry. Like the fluffer I didn't care about, but I didn't see it was not only the fluffer. Yes, you do notice that I'm low on sleep this weekend. Expecting I was gonna sleep forever last night. Nope. I actually already woke up as early as 9. I literally could have played the rotation at start if I wanted. Of course I didn't. Just gonna chill on this one. But they're not actually chilling, but no, that is a me issue. They're actually showing the intention to go for the stinger, so I'll just protect them. Oh, nice. Works. Oh, had to get that refill there. That was such a near-death experience. Grateful for the game to not get me this time. Would have made sense for me to die after all of that happened. Lids are really spicy today, what can I say? Just still the Drizzler kill. As long as it dies. A science. Yes! Got that. Because I'm not sure if I have a clip of that yet, so... Sure. Your stick. No one wants it. Of the 3 weapons that are actually better for fish sticks than Matic. Oh hey, it's Russian, I have Clash Blaster and Inkjets as well, and that's wave 3. Oh, this could be tasty. Stop while clinging. This is not gonna be tasty. It isn't doing well. Today they special overlap, they while cling. Right, I need to play more defensively, not to, I guess, just secure the damn win. Well, it still wasn't me. That man. Great, and now my teammate killed me. We wiped. Like that. Literally, when you have aggro, you're safer than when you're not. You don't have aggro. Typical rush for me. I'll see you in the movie. Right. We are back for probably the last game. Attack, thank you. Baits. Hearing a scrapper. They are getting it, perfect. Dealing with that, then I get the... Ah, I messed up. Thing and type mode. Okay. Do that again, there we go. Shoot some moss, eh? About that, I need to shoot it anymore then. This one's just well and also got bound. Squelcher shred. Try to phrase while doing that. Can I get to that? Maybe I think that you might be following me. Can. You kinda backtrack because I already had X there, but then again, makes me be able to go the right way. There. I'm not close enough. Ah! Nice, thank you. Appreciate. Let the search mainly for the armor there. That's really tight, but made it through. Now moving with lightweight shooters is just so fun sometimes. So fun and stupid. Most weapons in the game you definitely cannot do this nonsense with. So this is why I like shooters, as boring as they may be. On me, process them. They should with this. Getting the steelhead, perfect. Should damage them. We could use ink strike to ink refill there. No. Flyfish too. Actually hit it? I did, yes, perfect. Right, I'm gonna do refill again. Did hit the eel as expected. Another eel. Big egg. Beach slider. Fish basket here. Got it. A fast clash last I can answer that. Wave breaker cool. Means I can actually bomb the flyfish. Vessels. Nice. Right, as rocky as this whole episode was, I'm just happy we're getting a nice finish here. That was fun. And considering that I already lost early here, I'll happily just chill with this rotation. I get my 4000. Then ready for the next one. What was the next one again? Oh yeah, it will be the next episode anyway. For watching and good job.